I'm weary of the ways of the world. Be weary about your ways of the world. I'm weary of the ways of the world. I'm gonna look for my body and I'll be back like real soon. I'm gonna look for my body and I'll be back like real soon. I'm gonna look for my body and I'll be back like real soon. Mm. No, but seriously, y'all, if y'all have never checked out this album, A Seat at the Table, the shit is fucking black gold. I consider the shit black gold. It was definitely a dope album. Um, if you didn't get it, then you probably just didn't understand. But if you really deep down get down to the nitty gritty of our album and understand it, I see that the table really is, the black experience past and where we are now, and kind of, a vision of where we're heading. So definitely check that out. But this video was about Donald Trump, the man that America loves to hate. So what are the facts? The fact is that he is the president of the United States. People voted him in. What are the ramifications to this? Well, they have a lot of. It seems like people place a lot of blame. Like for example, you'll have a lot of people say, "Oh, because black men didn't want to see a woman president vote, they didn't vote for Hillary Clinton." They negate the fact that the Democratic Party pushed the wrong candidate. They backed Hillary Clinton, whom people did not trust. She had the whole email scan and the private servers, and she was notorious for calling black men super predators back in the day when her husband was president. The whole Clinton administration is shady when it comes to black lives. So, she couldn't answer or atone for none of that. She didn't have a role plan. It was all about, gags and hot sauce in her bag. So, you know, nobody talks about how trash her campaign was. They just place a lot of blame. They'll say, oh, Donald Trump stole the election. And I'm just like, so now we believe in stealings of elections. I'm like, when people said that, when Al Gore versus Bush, people said that was blasphemy. All of a sudden now, and now people just believe, oh, you can steal the election. Like, okay. And now all of a sudden people remember that there's an electoral college. Okay. So again, it just felt like you like playing games with the system is stupid, and I don't understand why people fall into these games or participate in this political fodder. Like Donald Trump is doing this and Donald Trump is doing that. Like, okay, he's the president of the United States. Again, disclaimer: I don't support nor do I, believe in the things that he say or do, but he's the president of the United States, and there's nothing that we can do about it. Again, like I said, people voted him in regardless of how you feel, regardless of how you try to spin it or where you want to place the blame. We should just deal with the fact that motherfuckers voted his ass in, and he won the president, of the United States, and that's just fact. Another thing to look at is, people act like, it's not common for an unknown to pop out of nowhere on the political spectrum and actually snag the presidency. Remember Ronald Reagan? No? Anybody? Oh, wasn't he like an actor or something? So again, it's not. And then he also was a terrible president. I did not trade hostages for arms or whatever he said. Like that, and it found out that he did. He lied to the American people's face. Like he was a shady president. Just like most of them are. So I don't understand. Like I understand because Donald Trump speaks a lot of rhetoric and hate. And to be honest, I think he just does it because they eat it up. They talk about him like he's now infamous. It's either you love him or you hate him. There's no like middle ground with the Donald Trump. There's you hate him or you love him. To me, that's crazy because for the most part, we should just be working on, the progressive movement and actually trying to get and fit in, publicly funded candidates, not people who are backed by big business, not people who are too politically tied, not two people who have the best interest of, whatever seat they're serving or whatever, agenda they're pushing. Like we need people who are actually in there for the people and by the people, and that's a hard thing to do. And that's a lot of work that we have to put in as people. So I don't understand why they just sit around and commentate and focus so much on what Donald Trump is saying. Again, they love to hate him. You know, there's nothing that you can do about the things that he is going to do or is trying to do. You know, there are regulations set up and government to where he does have legitimate power, but you cannot just I don't know if you can just do shit like actually build a wall. Like you would have to go around the immigration law. Like I don't know about just totally building a wall. I'm not sure even constitutionally, you can do that. I'm not even sure. So I'm just like, but again, I don't understand why people focus so much on, commentating on Trump's doing this, Trump is doing that, and I can't believe this man is president. Like, I feel like this is why history repeats itself, because people try to pretend that history is not important, and then when you bring up history and actual facts, and you tie it into what's going on, people try to act like it's unrelated or not correlated when it actually is, and it's the reason why history repeats itself, because people don't learn from the past. Like, how come I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like we choose like that whole political race versus him and her couldn't just seem rigged, or it just seemed the bullshit from the beginning. Like, I would just say it was bullshit. Like, nobody believed in either candidate, so that was crazy. And I was like, shit, we demanded a rerun. Like, I don't know, like, what the fuck. But again, I don't, the whole love to hate Donald Trump thing to me is stupid. Um, you know, I feel like again we should be focused on the progressiveness of it all and the progressive movement, and not solely focus on, ooh, Donald Trump, look what he's doing. And, because again, what can you do about that? And again, always remember that America voted him in.